Okay, it's recording. Let me just zoom out a little bit here. Okay, so I told her I'd give you 20 bucks. I'll give you her. So I appreciate you taking the time to.
Of course, absolutely.
So, basically what I want to do is, I noticed there was a bunch of tents up a while back over there by the women's place up there, and then I noticed somebody hauled in a bunch of rocks, so you couldn't put the tent. So I wondered, are you guys the same people that was up there?
No, we weren't actually by the women's shelter. We've been by this series for the last 6 months, about 6-7 months. They did that by the what is it called, the Sacred Circle. There's people staying in front of that. They put rocks in front of there. And then the senior center, they also put rocks in front of there. So they're kind of trying to phase that out. But the problem is they have nowhere for us to go.
So what happened? Did you lost your job, or you got evicted? Or?
Yes, I lost my job due to the COVID-19 pandemic. I had about a 3-day notice before the bar closed. I worked at the bar. I was doing well enough to support both of us and be able to have a roof over our heads. And unfortunately for myself, I just didn't save enough to have an expectation like this. So.
Sure. So the COVID, in my opinion, is a big hoax anyway. I mean,
I agree. I think
so. Okay, so then the stimulus checks aren't enough to do anything. So then you got evicted, and then so I seen this YouTube video, and it said the state of Utah solved the homeless problem. They're giving people free housing. So what's up with that?
They're not giving anybody free housing.
They're not.
I mean, I guess it's not something that comes quick. People have to get on Section 8 housing.
Is that what it is?
It took us over a year. A little over a year, and we're still waiting on the process to get approved in the planning department. We're pretty close, but
so the apartments that's not Section 8, or is it?
Well, some of them are. It depends. That's the thing is, it's they have to be able to accept Section 8. So not every apartment complex in Salt Lake accepts it or takes it. So it's a few options, and you have to wait a long time to do it. And then the health department comes through and they kick us out, but they tell us.
Go where?
We can go.
Yeah.
You know.
So I noticed down on 5th West and on 4th West, there's a bunch of people, and I noticed they come and go. So is that the same thing? The health department comes in, they kick you out.
Yep.
So.
And I'm not the type of person to blame anybody, but at the same time, if you're going to kick us out, provide us with another place to go, because all the shelters are full.
Well, they cost you your job with the COVID bullshit.
Right.
So.
But I think it's starting to get back in the swing of things, so I might be able to get my job back here pretty soon.
Is your bar going to reopen, or?
Right. Yes, it will.
So.
But yeah, I mean, it's an unfortunate situation, but we just got to keep our heads up and hope for the best.
Is there anything you want to say to just tell your story, or anything that I didn't ask you, or anything?
I mean, you covered pretty much everything. What? We're recording, baby. Yeah, actually, I do want to include that. We were staying here on the 7th South side of the Sears building, and they gave us about probably 2-3 day notice that they were going to bulldoze our stuff if we didn't leave. People like ourselves have, as you can see, we have an 8-man tent that's almost full. We have our belongings here. You can't move this stuff for 3 days. No transportation. And they didn't care. They came in, they were pulling people out of their tents and scooping it up. Like everything they own, everything that belonged to them. And expecting them not to freak out.
So were they like a military, like they come in with guns and badges?
No, not guns, but they came in.
Well, I mean, if they're cops, they had guns.
I mean, they came in with enough cops to.
Yeah.
People were intimidated, people were scared, and they were moving quick. They didn't give anybody any sort of chance to. They just didn't care. In their minds, they gave you enough time, so you need to be out, or we're gonna throw everything away. Like, what if we went into your house and just?
Oh, I get it. I get it. That's why.
Yeah,
that's why I'm going to put this on YouTube, because people think it's solved. It's not.
It's not. No, the housing crisis in Utah is far from solved. I feel like they're not doing nearly enough. They're just kind of pushing it aside and trying to get these little stories out to I guess, make people think that there's something going on that's not. That's definitely not the case. But like I said, they need to figure out the shelter place, like the in-shelter, like they need to figure out more shelter space for us, or let us stay where we're at. You know, I figured we were good here because we're in a business district kind of, and you know, I'm here every day and I see these businesses thriving. There's nothing wrong with them. People are still coming, these taco stands, and they're making bank. And for some reason, we're the problem. We're not doing anything. We're just trying to live. We're not loud. We don't party. We don't. Our garbage is taken care of. You know, it's just unfortunate that they keep coming through making us move. We're trying to make us move. This last time, I finally just said no. I'm not gonna move. You know, Drummond Joe, go ahead, and they never came back. So I feel like it's just an intimidation thing. They're bringing the cops over here telling us to move. They really don't have any grounds to make us move. Nobody's complaining. Nobody's called the cops.
Yeah.
So I just feel like they can set up hit places that are.
Yeah, if
like,
there's
look at this
no-
whole
if
big
it-
giant parking lot here's abandoned. It's been
if there's-
abandoned for months.
If there's no victim, there's no crime.
Exactly. If there's no victim, there's no crime. Exactly. And I mean, there's people few and far between that are calling the cops and making up this stupid stuff about it. There's trash and pee and poop everywhere, and there's not. Health department never comes and looks for themselves. They just send the cops. And people like myself, who have no warrants, I don't have to worry about, will stand up to them and say, I'm not going anywhere. There's nothing here. Move on. Like, I'm not disrespectful. I don't tell them I'm not going to move because there's nothing, grounds or anything to make me move.
Yeah.
I want to see a letter that says from the government that says you got to move.
I get it.
So,
Okay. Well, I want to thank you for your time.
you're very welcome.
And I'm going to put this on YouTube, and
Right.
if you go to YouTube in a couple of days, just search on homeless in Salt Lake, and you'll be able to find it.
Pay attention to the housing program and the housing crisis in Utah people. Please help us out. That'd be great. I really appreciate it. Thank you.